Hi guys, it's Twee. Welcome to the Bee Collaborative. Today we're going to learn how to make our very own NFT collection from scratch to finish right here with Scrawny Viking. It's going to be super fast, super simple, and it's going to blow your mind. All you have to do is have your own artwork layered in the right folders, and then we're just going to plug them into the art generator made by Hashlips. Thanks, brother. You're awesome. And then we're gonna upload it to OpenSea with a Solidity contract, and then we're gonna make your own little website with a button that people can connect with Web3, and it's just gonna be so cool, and it's so fast. You don't even need to know how to code. You don't need to know anything. Super simple. And if this helps you out, please go buy an NFT. They're just waiting to buzz in the world of the OpenSea.
What's going on, guys? It's Scrawny Viking. Thank you, Twee, very much for that. So as Twee was saying, we're going to make an entire NFT collection basically from scratch using Hashlips' generator and the DApp that he created, the minting station. We'll teach you how to make this your own, the logo your own, and change all of these parameters. If you want to make it more than this just basic landing site, then I would recommend going to Fiverr and hiring an HTML web designer that can really make this exactly how you want it to look without breaking the code that's attached to it. There's no reason for me to go too into depth with that because everybody's going to want to change it to their own, right? So we just keep it basic and simple for the people that just want a button. You could change it to your logo and change this to whatever you want and smush it all down, and you could even plug it into one of your other websites on WordPress or something. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started. And if I just opened up something that you've never seen before or ran before, then I highly recommend you going to the last video that I made, which is sitting right here.
What if you could make a full-time...
Because this is it's a A to Z dummy version that really breaks everything down, how to install everything. It's kind of slow and boring at first, but it'll really teach you what you need to know. If you understand most of what's going on in this industry and how to do NFTs, but you just can't quite figure it all out, this video is perfect for you. Hashlips did a lot of the coding. He taught me how to code basically through his videos, and then I put it into a smaller package, and I'm trying to help people be able to launch their stuff really quickly and easily without having to learn how to code. So that's what we're doing here. And you should be clicking on the link at the very top of the description below me to get to where I'm at. This is the repository that we're going to work with. I put everything into a package right here. So you're going to open up your terminal and you can clear this out. You can open up a brand new terminal. Let's just start from scratch, right? New window, close this out, no folder, open your terminal, go up here and click terminal or control asterisk, close and open it. And I want to work out of the D drive, so I'm going to go here. And then basically we just follow the README. And what it says is copy this. And if you can't do this and you don't know what I'm talking about right now, again, go watch that the first video that I made. Now I've already cloned this. I have an exact match. And so I'm going to go find it where I downloaded it. The Massive Random NFT Generator. So you just downloaded it by typing that command in, and now we have it up. Type in yarn install, and then type npm install. A lot of people don't want to mix these. It doesn't really matter. We just want to make sure that everything, all the dependencies are actually in there. And then you can kind of just follow the README. What you're going to do now is take all of our files. I replaced Hashlips's with mine to give you a little few more options, so you can kind of reverse engineer the index or the config, so you can make it your own. I gave you a few more options. I put some notes in here. My NFTs are going to print to 750 or 750 by 1200. We'll go over a little bit more of this. Now, this right here. This is just kind of one example of what you can do for differentiations of, like, for example, on this one, we have 6 traits, but the next one, we have 7. We added eyewear, and then the next one, we even added headpiece. Now, this is just, I wouldn't really want to do it this way, but this is just an example of how you can make changes if you want to have everything as part of one collection and doing it in sequential order so that everything, you know, collaborates as a full collection. Then you can make changes and only mint a certain amount of those. So if I wanted to do, you know, 10,000, and I have these 3 different ones, and again, they can be anything, but for this example, let's say I want the first 3,000 to be without eyewear and without headpiece. And then my NFT game, I just kind of want to, okay, later in the game, I want it to evolve. We're going to add eyewear now, and the game's going to kind of change once we sell 3,000. You know, so we added eyewear. So now the next Grow Edition size 2. So now from 3,001 to, let's say, 6,000, it's going to add the eyewear. Now the game evolves even more. We're going to go all the way to 10,000. The last 4,000 minted will have everything, including the headpiece. So that's just kind of an example, and you don't even need this. You can take this starting right here, do exactly what I do at that little point right there, go all the way up to right before the next one. And now your code isn't broken, and you're down to just 1. And maybe we want to add all of our stuff. So you can just copy paste this. Keep your code very clean. You cannot change anything out of the ordinary or it will break the code. So make sure everything stays exactly the same except for what we're changing right now. So if I want to add this folder to this algorithm, this code that Hashlip's made, and you just make the changes right here on the folder names. Right? Now here's the other really important part that some people are missing. When you open up your folders and you see your files, your PNGs that are going to make up each layer of each trait, you need to have the delimiter. And the delimiter is your rarity factors. It's based off of 0 to 100, 100% being, you know, 100% chance that that's going to render. Now, it's pretty confusing, but also very simple at the same time. Most of the time, we overthink it, and we don't realize how simple it actually is. But we'll go over that really quick. You can actually, let me go to the props because we have a lot of them. It's an easy way to kind of show you what's going on here. How I have number 2, number 2, number 3, number 3, number 2, number 2. And then some of them will have a number 1. My War Axe and my Vodka, right, is number 1. So that's basically telling the code, since there's 68 of these, that there's going to be a 1% chance that I get that vodka or that axe, a 2% chance that I get the wine glass or the sword, a 3% chance that I'm get the witch's broom. So you have kind of like a normal and then a rare and then an ultra rare. And again, this is just one way of doing it, right? There's so many different ways you can do this, but you really just need to understand the algorithm and how it works. You don't really need to do anything in main. We'll stick in config for a second. So now that I added those and everything's working, let's make sure that our code actually works. It's the first thing that we actually should have done just to make sure we're generating files. Now, I believe I set it at 65. I didn't want to do too much, but I wanted to do enough for everybody to kind of get a feel of the rarities and how everything works. You can change it very simply by, oh, you know what? I put 10,000! So I just screwed up. That means my computer is going to go all the way to 10,000. Now, could I stop this? I could probably close my terminal, and it's going to stop the transaction. I guess it's not a transaction, but... So I totally screwed up. And now I'll go to my build and see if it actually... So it did make 85 of them, and then it stopped it. So we can just go with the 85, and actually we're not going to be able to because it didn't write the master NFT. And now you notice that the name your NFT, we're going to teach you how to do that really quick. So I'm going to open my terminal back up. Now that that's stopped. Awesome. So let me go to my Grow Edition and take that back down to like, let's just do 20 for now. And then we can go to that file folder, build images, and you can just delete them all. You could have also done it from the terminal as well. I'm kind of doing it the long way right now. And let's just get a fresh start, and then go ahead and run it again. Node index.js. Well, let's get 20 of them this time, yeah? This can stay at 10,000. That's basically just telling you that it will never make another duplicate until it reaches 10,000. In a nutshell. So now we just made our 20, and we can go see in our build the images. Name your NFT, right? So let's go figure out how to do that. It's not package, don't click that. It's not index, you don't need to do anything with that. Go to main, I believe it is right around where I just was. Right here, on line 85 of main. Right before addition count. Name your NFT. If I were to delete this and just leave it just like that, basically every single NFT that was created would be named 1. The name your NFT and the hash, the number would not be there. It would just be the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 all the way down. But also you're going to have to go change it down here as well. And a good way to do this, you can hit Control F. I actually needed to go to name your. If I type name your, now it'll find that next one. Okay. So now when I run this again, don't forget to save. You got to hit save. If you don't have this open editors, click these right here and open your editors. Now that I hit save, node index.js, it's going to run another 20, and you'll notice that they just number 1. And the metadata should match. Okay, once it does all 20 of them, you'll have your master, which you're going to need. You don't really need it, but you need it to put everything together. So now we have created our edition. And I highly recommend you guys go through this and really reverse engineer the config file to figure out how to work it. Every time you change something or do something or change the delimiters and your layers, like you go to your extras and let's say you can right click and reveal in File Explorer. And when you change these, like mine are all at 15, except for there's a none at 35. So this is saying there's a 35% chance, theoretically, that you're not going to get any of these. And there's a 5% chance you get the devil tail. And the rest of them, you'll have a 15% chance. 10% on here, 5% there. So we're going to test that theory out right now. Go to config. I'm going to grow this up to 100 so we can actually kind of test this. So let's save file. Node index.js. I'm going to let 100 of them make really quick. And then I'm going to show you the next really cool thing about this this program that Hashlip's created. Is now we can go and check and play with our rarity data. Scroll all the way down to line 245. It's almost done. As you can see, if you make 10,000, it's going to take you, an hour or two. But you're going to find this node utilities rarity data.js and copy that. And when this is done, paste it. And now we're going to get this. Scroll all the way up, and you're going to see that the chance that you told it was 16. What did it actually render out? 19, 17. So they're pretty close. But remember, these are just chances out of 100%. So if other ones have the same amount of chance, some of them might get more than others. That's just how life works, right? But this is how you test it. You put 5%, look at that. We got 5 out of 100. 5 out of 100. Those are pretty dang close. That's very awesome. That means it works pretty well. Look, 1 out of 1. 1 out of 100 got the rainbow wings, which I love that because that's going to be a super rare, and we're going to end up giving away free money for people that have certain combination of wings and props and such. We have a really cool game that we're making for the TBC NFT collection, the randomly generated, the 10,000 ones at least. Definitely go check it out, or go get one. Please go buy one. Eventually, there's going to be a game out of it. You're going to be able to win money. But anyways, so this is really cool. So now let's say you got everything done exactly how you want it. Let's move on. Let's launch this thing. Let's turn this into our own full-blown, full-stack project and get it live so people can buy, right? Let's start moving on that. Next thing, we need to find our ImageURI, and we need to start updating that. So you're going to need IPFS, and we're going to use Pinata in this example. So if you don't have IPFS, go download the IPFS desktop, which I'm launching right now, and you're going to see this. And for now, this is all we need. We're going to eventually need the settings to do this Pinata pen right here, but that's all we need. You can minimize that. And now we're going to go to pinata.cloud. I'm just going to log in. Okay, so I skipped ahead really quick to log in because I couldn't figure out my login, but we're in now. So now you need to be in Pinata. Go ahead and make a user account and log in. You should see a screen just kind of like mine. For now, you should be able to do the free service. The reason you need to pay is if you go over a gigabyte. If you have a large collection, you are going to need to pay, which you just go to billing. Down here, hit selected, and put your billing information in there, which mine's already in there, so it's not letting me pop it up. But that is how you do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put those files that we just, or the NFTs that we just created, we're going to put those in here right now. We're going to find our base image URI for our Solidity contract so that everything is connected to each other. So go into that folder that we clone the repo with, right? And go to build, and then your images. You can just take this image folder, 100 files, right? Yep, upload those 100 files. This is video test. Let's upload these. It's going to take a second. And then what this is going to do is give us a CID, a content identification, or content ID. Everything that's in this folder is creating that CID, that content ID. And every time you move, change, add, or do anything, even renaming a file, it's going to change this. And you don't want that to happen because then OpenSea won't be able to pull your data. So once this is created and your image files are in there, that is your baby. Now watch what we're going to do. This is what Hashlip's created in his code and his art generator, the ability to go and do this and then take the CID that we're grabbing. So you're going to right click, copy link address, and then go into his art generator that he's created, and right here on line 4, BaseURI, you're going to paste your new BaseURI that's from gateway.pinata.cloud that you just created. So now what you're going to do is if you go to the README towards the very bottom, node utilities, update BaseURI. Okay, so since we just updated the config, you need to hit save and then go down and run the node utilities update BaseURI. And to show you that this works, we're going to open up one, JSON. You see that it ends in F53 IPFS right here. I'm going to run this. And now it's updated to ours. Awesome as that. Hashlips, you are amazing and a genius to be able to have done that. So now we have our BaseURI for our Solidity contract. So let's go deploy that. Now you're going to go to the bottom of the README file where it says git clone. And you're going to copy that. And then you're going to actually open a new window. Control-Shift-N. Okay? And then take your terminal. Shift asterisk or go to terminal, new terminal. Then I'm going to go back to my D drive. And then I'm going to paste that. This is going to get the minting station DApp, the button. So it's going to download that. This right here, we're going to launch that for your project and change a couple of things for you. So now that that's installed, downloaded, go to open folder and find it. It is called the Minting Station DApp. Inside of this Minting Station DApp is going to be the contract for Solidity. So go into contracts, Platin Smart Contract.sol, do a quadruple click to select all, and then copy. Now we're going to go to remix.ethereum.org, remix.ethereum.org, and you'll see something like without this will be blank. And from this screen, you're going to click on the top left, these little paper icons, and then the next little paper, create a new file. All we need to do right this second is create a new file. and type in what you want to name your project. So in our case, we're going to do the B Collaborative. Actually, we're going to change it just so it's different from everything else that we already showed. So let's just do like the B group, TBG. We're going to do that, new sol, and then we're going to paste that Solidity contract, the flattened smart contract that we just got from inside the repo that we just downloaded. And all you're going to do is go towards the very bottom at 1224, and you're going to change this to your project name, the B group, and close the artifacts. It doesn't matter. It just made a bunch of new stuff. And then you're going to change your price. We'll go 0.01 this time. And then we're just going to do 100 instead of 10,000 for mine. And the max mint amount, we have notes for you as well. The max mint amount is just how much you're going to allow each person to mint at one time. And this is how many you're going to mint to yourself for free as the owner. This is, when you mint this amount, that means 10 of them are going to show up in OpenSea. Those are yours. You own those in your owner wallet. And you can use those for giveaways or whatever. This number cannot be higher than this number. So you know. Alright, so now that we got that, pretty self-explanatory, go to the left over here, click Auto Compile, Enable Optimization, and make sure you're on 8.7. That's all you need to do here. Now go to the next one down, and you're going to you should have MetaMask. If you don't, and you don't understand what this is or what I'm talking about, you should have already watched or go watch my first video. It's the broken down version that tells you pretty much everything. We're going to try to move a little bit faster on this one. So you've got your MetaMask, and you want to go to the Rinkby test network at the top here. Rinkby test network. And now click on environment and go to injected web 3, and you should be on the Rinkby 4 network. If you want to do mainnet, when you do this later after you're done with testing, all you do is go to Ethereum mainnet, and now you're on the main, and you can deploy this way. But for this video, we are going to do a test net. You need to go get faucet, testnet faucet. I'll put that in the link as well in the description. A contract, you need to pick what you named the contract right here. So the B group. And then you're going to pop this little thing down right here. This is your strings. What are you going to name it? This is going to be the name of your OpenSea NFT collection. The B group. And then your token symbol for the contract that you're deploying. So I'm going to do the B group NFT. Okay, so now we're going to go get our BaseURI so that it can connect to OpenSea and then to our minting app. So let's go back to, I guess, Pinata really quick. And you know that here's our image files that we put into the art generator. And then now we've got our base image URI for our JSON to go grab our images. Now we need to create the base URI for our JSON files for OpenSea to grab. So we go to upload the folder, and now we need to go find the massive random NFT generator, build, and your JSONs. Okay, this is where all your JSONs on. Upload that. It's going to be 101 of them. And we'll do video test JSONs. Upload. Now we have our base URI for Solidity. So copy link address, right click, copy link address, go back to Solidity, and type in, put a slash at the end. Paste in your base URI and put a slash at the end. Very important. Now you're ready. The only thing else we're going to need is an ABI, but we can do that after we deploy. So we're going to teach you how to verify this contract as well immediately. Let's just go into it. Super simple. We know we're on Rinkby. Double check, triple check, Rinkby. Awesome. Transact and confirm. Now we're going to wait a second, let this thing to deploy. I'm not going to go too into this. Again, my first video went really deep into this, and you can even go right ahead to 30 minutes and find out. Listen for 8, 9, 10 minutes and find out everything about this. But we're just going to go right into this and do the rest of this project. I'm going to copy that. We're going to go into Rinkby Etherscan. Etherscan on Google should be the first one. Paste it into here. Perfect. Everything works. It's live. When we click here, we should see that we got the first 10 minted to us. Outstanding. And now we're going to go to contract. Sorry, click on the contract first, then go to contract. Verify and publish. Right here, we're going to just go Solidity single file, 8.7, which is the latest. And GNU number 5, for me it is at least, the version 3.0 GNU GPLV version 3. Not this one, make sure it's the first one. Agree. Optimization, yes. Go back to remix. Select all and copy. Go back to here and paste. And now here's the tricky part, the constructor arguments. These are not correct. These are wrong. I don't know why they do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this again, copy your contract address, put it up here, paste it, hold control, and hit that little search, and it's going to pop up a new window. Now, when you go to the bottom of contact creation, so click this transaction hash right here, scroll all the way down, click more to see more, scroll all the way down, scroll all the way up to this page, and then go inside here and scroll all the way down. And then scroll up just a tiny bit, right? You see where all these zeros start? That's where your ABI is going to start. That's what we need. So start with that first 0, and then copy everything you see there. Now, paste that into your constructor arguments, cross your fingers, verify and publish, and this should work, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. We are good. Let's go ahead and move forward. Here is the most awesomest part. I'm going to move really fast now, guys. Let's get this launched. Let's get this thing live, right? So you have this repo that we just cloned, and you put the folder in. You haven't done anything but grab a contract from it. Nothing. We can go to the README, and it'll tell you exactly what to do from here. But we can also just go ahead and do it together. So open up your terminal, Control asterisk, and type npm install. Let's just install all the dependencies for this really quick. The next thing you're going to do is go ahead and copy this up here, line number 19, npm install gh pages. What this is going to do is install a repo that is going to allow us to deploy this DApp, this minting station, to GitHub free domain to be hosted so that people can go to that domain and use your minting button. From there, inside of GitHub, you can forward it to whatever domain that you purchase through an API key, or there's a couple other alternatives as well. But for now, we're just going to use the free GitHub because that's what I promised from the video. Just A to Z, quick, this is how you do it. After we launch this and deploy it and I show you that it works, I will show you kind of a little bit how to change the HTML to make it your own, take it off from the B thing and that logo, but I'm not going to go too in depth with that. You're going to really need to either do that yourself or hire somebody to go make that website look exactly the way you want to. I didn't want to go too in depth with that because everybody's going to be different. So I kept a very simple, basic landing page for people to work off of and build from there. You can change the logo, you can change the names, and use that just the way it is. You can attach it to your other website, like how I have it here, attached to TBC. This is my main token website, which, by the way, we're going to launch this pretty soon with 10% ETH reflections. It's going to be an awesome token. A lot of people are waiting for it. Don't miss out on this. We have a special edition collection that gives you 0.5% of supply if you do the token pre-sale by buying one of these NFTs. We've already sold 2 of them. We have 8 more that you can buy and get 0.5% of the supply. It's like guaranteed to get your money back for these NFTs, guys. Anyways, back to this. So you put it on your home page and then just create a cute little button like I did and it takes you to the minting station. You can actually make this window even smaller so it's an app that pops up instead of like going to a whole new website. There's all sorts of things that you can do with that. But anyways, let's go back to it really quick. It's still installing NPM, which is great. Installing all the dependencies that we need for this package. Hopefully yours is doing this as well at the same time. And if not, just hit pause and catch up. Hopefully you've been doing that the whole time. All right, outstanding. Now, the next thing is npm install GitHub pages. Go ahead and just install that. Once this installs, we're going to change a few key basic things. Now that we're done with that, we need to go back here to our Etherscan and let's get our contract address. Go to this original one. It's right here. You can click on the B group, and I like to just copy it right there just to ensure you have the contract address. Go back to this. Cool, so it is installed. It looks good. We don't need to do the fix. It's okay. I think it's going to run. If it doesn't, we will figure it out. But let's go to the things that we need to change really quick. So first off, if you follow the README, it will tell you, but I'm just going to go ahead and go through each one. First and foremost, number one is the home page. We need to create a repo. If you've never done a repo before, you need to go to github.com and create that account while I'm showing you this. github.com, delete that, go to the home page, and you're going to create an account for this. Once you create an account, you need to create a repo. Keep in mind that what you are going to create right now is going to be your hosted domain. So, for example, mine is tomorrow won't exist. Tomorrow will exist, but tomorrow won't exist if there's never a right now. My slogan is, it won't exist if you don't live in the moment and you're not presently here. You know, it's like, don't put things off for tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll get to it later. It's like, no, you won't. You do it right now or it will never really exist. Now is always the best time to do something. Anyways, tomorrow won't exist. .github.io, and then the name of my repo is going to be my website. So for ours, we're going to make a new one so that I can show you how. I'm just going to do mint. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the repo that I just made an account with, make a repository called mint, and don't put anything else. Leave it completely blank, no readmes, no nothing, keep it public, and then create repository. You're done. Now go back to the terminal, and what we're going to do is we're going to run this program, this application, this DApp, this minting station, and it's going to push everything to this repo that we just created. But first, we're going to push the app to the repo. Then we're going to run the program, which is going to create a branch from the repo, which is going to be hosting your domain. That's how everything connects. So first things first is we're going to type git init. And we want to make sure that we are in the right repository. So I'm not. So now I'm going to type git remote remove origin. And then I can check my status by git remote -version. Now I know I'm not in a repository. So I want to be in the mint repository. So I'm going to go git remote add origin and then go here and copy this right here. And then paste. And now if you check your version, git remote version, you should be in that repository. So now I'm going to go git branch capital M main. And then I'm going to push everything. Git push -u origin main. What this is going to do is push this entire project into your GitHub repository so that you now own it. It is yours, 100%. Boom, it's there. So what we're going to do now, since we've changed our website and everything right here, I've already added the everything you need. So you're going to go to src app. Scroll down to line 72, and then you're going to go back and you're going to copy your contract address from Etherscan and replace it with this one. That's all you're going to do on this page. You can change other stuff later, like for example, the B collaborative. So I'll change it to the B group. B group minting hive. You can change, I could change that price again too. The price is on this page up above on 74. I'm going to match it with my Etherscan. Let's say I would have put this to 0.03 for whatever reason. Now my contract says it only costs 0.02, but in this DApp, I can put 0.03. So there's two different ways that you can change the price. Now you can do 0.01 here, but be careful because your contract is requiring 0.02. So if you did 0.01 here and 0.02 on your contract when you deployed it, I think that this would not give them what they needed. In fact, anyways, we're not going to go over that. We'll go over that later. Just make sure that those match, right? 0.02, 0.01. Mine was 0.01. And then we change this right here. So now we're going to go to, do we need to do anything in index? No, we don't. Now we're going to go to Redux, SRC Redux, and then blockchain actions. Scroll down, and you're going to change this smart contract as well. Now you've done those two. And then lastly, network ID. We don't want to be on mainnet number 1. We want to be on Rinkby testnet number 4. It is that easy, ladies and gentlemen. When you go from testnet and you have your minting station, your website all beautiful and complete, all you have to do is change the things that I just changed. An app, change contract address here, change your price right here. Go to blockchain actions, change the contract address again, and change your network from 4 to a 1. And you are now live on Ethereum network. If you want to be on Polygon MATIC network, you go 137. You are now live on MATIC network. All you had to do was go to MetaMask and be logged in. Oh, I don't have it on this one. But you could be logged in to Ethereum and deployed. Now you're connected to Ethereum. If you were to add custom RPC and add the MATIC network through this way, then you would be live on MATIC network. And then you go to your app and you put live MATIC network. But again, we're going to stick with Rinkby number 4. So now we've changed everything that we need to change. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Now we should be able to run this. And it's going to deploy everything live. Watch, let's prove it. Are you ready? NPM, run, deploy. So now it is packaging everything together. It's putting it into an optimized little production build. And it is launching it onto your repository, creating a new branch that is attached to the GitHub pages, which is now deploying your website that you just created right here based off of your repository username and repository name. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. This is how everything works, and the blockchain connects to one another. If you just learned so much in the last 30 seconds, please go buy an NFT. I promise it will be worth it. The game that we announce will make you some money, and it's going to blow up. But here we go. We're about to see it published. There we go. So now we can see, go to our rehub, and when we refresh, we will see our project here that me and Hashlips put together, and your second branch, which is GitHub pages, and this is your hosted website. So now go back and copy and paste that website. Now drum roll, make sure everything works, right? Oh my goodness. The B group minting hive. We connect. Okay, so I need to go to Rinkby test network, right? We connect wallet. We buy one. And look, there's 10. We already minted the first 10. We buy one. Sure, why not? 0.1, right? 0.01. Busy preparing your tweet. Now, this is stuff that I can help you change. Everything you see here, I can change for you. But now adding it, moving it, doing other stuff to it, that's going to be another step. And you either figure that out yourself or go to Fiverr. But we are 100%. We just bought the NFT. It works. We're live. This is so freaking cool, guys. So now we can go to Rinkby, OpenSea, and connect our wallet to the Rinkby. Next, connect. And we will see our collection. Wait a minute, what is this? This is old one, sorry. But the B group, it works. Some of them loaded, some of them did not. As you can see, I have similar backgrounds because I only put 6 or 7. This is only a very, very teeny tiny part of my main project. If you guys end up doing this and there's bees floating around everywhere, that's okay. It's just free advertising. You know, if it's not coming from my wallet as the developer, then people don't really care that you own that bee and from that collection, right? What matters is you trust the developer and the team, and that's why you're buying their NFTs. That's why you're buying your tokens. But guys, this works 100%. That was so easy, right? Now, if you don't want to do this yourself and you're like, Jay, that was awesome. Scrawny Viking, that was awesome. My name's Jay, by the way. But I don't want to go through all that. Can you just do it for me? I am available to do it for you from this moment on. I am done doing videos for the most part. I'll make some more small ones here and there to help people out. But I'm working on my own things. I'm about to launch this TBC token and work full-time for my community. I want to get my Tweet token back and running. That kind of dive bombed, but well, we're getting there. It's still very, very early in the crypto stages. But also you can go buy a shirt that's got Twee the Bee on it. A little bit of inspirational messages. come check us out. Come take a look at our community. Come hang out in Telegram and go buy an NFT, guys. I love you very much, and have a great day.